welcome to another episode on the Meet Your Board Fast 5 series. Thank you so much for tuning in as we continue to chat with our incredible board members. I have Jeneea Jervey-Bush, Program Manager for Health Fitness, and this year's APRA Membership and Engagement Chair. Thank you, Jeneea, for being today's spotlight.
You're welcome. Hi, Becca. Hi, everybody.
Awesome. So it's time for you to tell us your Parks and Recreation story. So how did you get involved?
It's a mix between nurture and nature and then my passion for Parks and Recreation. As soon as I could walk, my parents put a tennis racket in my hand. And then going through school, like in high school, I played basketball, tennis, softball. I've always been active. And then at UNC Chapel Hill, go Heels, I was a fitness center rat and gym rat. Worked in IT for 15 years, but it wasn't really floating my boat. And so I decided to follow my passion. I went and got a master's. I don't want to tell you, it was lean those couple of years in grad school. But after that, I started my fitness and recreation career, and I love it. I wake up excited every day.
I love that. And right before we jumped on here, you say you always have a good day. So I love the energy. Now, how has that experience led you to now serving on the board?
I moved here in 2018, following my husband who got a job here. And I immediately signed up for Arizona Parks and Recreation because I was a member of North Carolina Parks and Recreation and went to the conference. And I didn't know anything about Arizona Parks and Recreation, didn't know anybody, but I knew that conference is the way to get started again in a new place. And I had my little work suitcase and I had my lunchbox that I take everywhere with me because I cook most of my food, so I always have food with me to fuel. Anyway, so I was lugging it around as usual, and I happened to go by the registration/welcome desk, and there was a very warm, very welcoming lady there. She introduced herself and she said, "Welcome to the conference." And she said, if you want, you can put your bags. She probably assumed I was coming from the airport. No, this is every day. She said, you can put your bags back here if you want to rest them and then just come back later at the end of the day. Somebody's always here. They'll be fine. I said, no, I'm okay because I had my laptop, my pen, my food. But it made me feel welcome when I didn't know anybody there. It made me feel seen, and it made me feel valued. And in that moment, it really ingratiated Arizona Parks and Recreation to me. And then also everybody at conference was happy to be there. It wasn't a chore. But that one interaction from the person who was volunteering at the welcome desk really made an impact on me so much that when there was an opportunity to serve on the program committee or now on the board, I was happy to. I have a busy life. It's, full-time job, full-time husband, full-time triathlon training. But if it's for APRA, I'm in. And that person was Linda Ayers.
Wow. Well, we have Linda Ayers as our president this year. And so that is so exciting and inspiring to hear that story and just continuing to hear that passion that APRA brings into the field. So do you have any other memorable moments with APRA?
That's my number one favorite moment. I mean, there are, others behind that, but to me, that exemplifies the spirit of the organization, the people. In that instance, it was Linda, but I thought, if this person who doesn't know me, who's never heard of me, is this welcoming and this thoughtful, I want to see what the rest of this organization and what the rest of Arizona Parks and Rec is about. So it kind of laid the groundwork for everything else.
And I have seen that through chatting with all of our members and being able to highlight you. So it is so fun to just continually feel this passion and excitement. So how do you think now that you are serving on the board, how do you think it'll impact your professional career?
I don't know. I have no idea. So you probably have to come back and ask me that next year. I am a strong believer in service, so I'm just hoping to be able to contribute to the organization. So come back in 12 months and I'll ask you how it benefited me on the other side.
Well, that is a great answer because there is lots to come and lots for you to learn. So we are looking forward to that. Now, on to our fourth question. In your free time, we know you have a lot on your plate and you are very busy, but in that free time, what recreation or leisure activity do you enjoy most?
Hands down, my number one is playing golf with my amazing husband. It's 4 hours of being unplugged on the golf course, spending time with him. We both get date credit because you have to stay connected. So anytime I can get 4 hours of unplugged time with my amazing husband at Hobart and around the golf, it's like my birthday and Christmas all rolled up into one. So I enjoy a lot of things, but there isn't even a close second. That's number one. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Love it. So on to our last kind of difficult question, again, because you are a new board member, but I love to ask for advice. So what is one piece of advice that you would give our members who might not know the benefits of serving on any board or committees?
Oh, this isn't hard. This is easy. I'll give you not the full speech, but I'll give you the condensed version that I used to give students when I was a graduate student. So the term networking is thrown around a lot, and people hear it a lot, and sometimes your eyes glaze over and you're like, I'm networking. Change in your mind from the word networking to the phrase building relationships or team, whatever your name is. So for me, it would be Team Jeneea. And the way that you build relationships is by being around people. Sometimes that's work, sometimes it's volunteering. Volunteering would include APRA program committees or the board, and there's multiple reasons. Number one, service is important on its own. But even if you don't believe that, even if you're not buying that, can I sell you consistent employment? Can I sell you you're going to keep a full-time job in the area you love that you're passionate about? Every career building position that I've had in my 10-year Parks and Recreation career has been the result of some form of volunteering, including an internship. So sometimes a person gave me a heads up, hey, Jeneea, this job is coming up. Sometimes they gave me a recommendation. Sometimes they knew the hiring manager and, said, she's the one you need to hire. And sometimes I had volunteered, like with Special Olympics or my internship, and they knew my work ethic. So there's my amazing husband now. They knew my work ethic. So it has resulted, again, in every career building position that I've had in North Carolina and in Arizona. So you have two options. It can be because you believe in service, as I do, for its own sake, or it can be because you love the field and you want to keep a job and you feel just as passionately about employment. But either way, building those relationships and building your team is incredibly important. And an amazing way to do that is serving on an APRA committee or serving on an APRA board. There's great people all across the state, great people in the organization, and just it will benefit you in one of two ways or in both ways.
Well, Jeneea, your passion and your energy is truly contagious. So we are so happy to have you on the board, and we really look forward to this year to see what you have in store for us.
Great things. Great things. Thank you for your time, Becca. It was a blast.
Yeah, thank you.